summer campaign returns once again in the brilliant sunshine and with the brilliant Will.
Hi. Thank you for the link.
Nice
the brilliant
link.
Jack.
Not quite sure what would have happened if the sunshine wasn't brilliant. Right, Will, what are we going to be talking about this week? You've got some practical advice in your hands.
Sun cream. This is what people need, and everybody needs it. And a lot of our friends who are out sitting on the street, you've probably seen them sitting in the park, they're in desperate need of these. So sun
cream is what we're going to talk about this week. It is brilliantly sunny today. It has been on and off. There's sunshine and clouds forecast for the rest of the week, a little bit of rain thrown in there as well. But throughout the summer and going into the future, we tend to have summers every year in this country, occasionally. If it is bright sunshine and you're homeless, Will, what are the dangers?
So the biggest issue obviously is sunburn. So these are the sorts of things you need to think about. So I chose these because they are small, available from your usual pharmacists. I think they're literally a couple of pounds, if that. And what I think we really want to do is literally arm you with the water we've spoken to people about a couple of weeks ago. But these little things here, these are as bland as you can get. In other words, they're not scented much, and they certainly have no additives.
But they are only SPF 25.
Yeah.
Now, I was in Aldi the other day, and you can get little blue bottles of sun cream, which was factor 30. The higher the better.
Yeah.
I think it was only about 50p or so. Was it 75p? Something. It wasn't that £1.25,
really
maybe. I can't remember. But it was very inexpensive, and if you are thinking about how you can help people when on the streets while you see them in the summer, having sun cream on you is a really handy tool, as well as the bottles of water that we've spoken about in the past. But why can sunburn in particular, Will, be dangerous?
It's incredibly painful apart from anything else. And one of the problems, and we've seen this manifested here, is people burn their feet, they burn their hands, they burn their faces. And I've noticed a lot of folk who've damaged their skin where it's got burnt and then it's broken and then it's got burnt again. And you start talking about serious infections and just really, really uncomfortable. So, you know, everybody thinks it's hilarious to burn themselves a couple of times in their lives, and that's bad enough. But if you're permanently in the sun, or you fall asleep in the sun, or whatever it is, so I really commend people to get whatever factor is available, have a few on them, and then just give it to somebody. If you see somebody there, say, look, you know, I can see that you caught the sun, or here is some sun cream, because if you do catch the sun, you better protect yourself. The same with, you know, small people at schools and that sort of thing. It's really important.
Yeah, we
keep this to
same
hand.
with small people at school. We wouldn't suggest putting it on anyone else.
No.
That might get you into a bit of trouble. But yeah, having it is really, really helpful. And I can't remember when I was talking about it, but it was in one of these videos on a Wednesday, one of the campaign videos, where I talked about what I call old-fashioned health problems coming back for people who are homeless. We talked about people with trench foot and stuff like that in the winter. Sunburn isn't necessarily old-fashioned, but it is something that if you are normal, for lack of a better phrase, it's not really that much of an issue. Yes, it might be a little bit painful. You put some after sun on, can't go in the shower for a couple of days. But if you are homeless, you're at risk of being burned time and time again. Like Will said, risk of infections in the skin, risk of all sorts of things that you wouldn't necessarily be in touch with a doctor about if you're homeless.
The other thing is we remind everybody is that a lot of our friends have got all their clothes on them. One of the things we've done today is picked up a load of t-shirts, which is really helpful because people can layer up and therefore take layers off. But you do find that I've noticed in the doorways of some of Stafford's shops and banks that are closed is a whole lot of people's clothing and items of personal possessions, and those are all their items. So you know, they're at risk, our friends, of losing things, being taken away.
Especially if they take them off. Again, it's a real double whammy. Somebody came in the other week when it was super, super hot. I think when it got up to 30 degrees in a coat, purely because they couldn't take that off, because if they did, their skin's very sensitive and they would burn. If they had some sun cream, that would be fantastic.
This is really inexpensive in pharmacies, so please go and get some. The reason I said about non-scenting, it's just then for you can give that to a male or a female, and it'll smell like a load of vines.
You can get scented sun cream.
You can get scented sun cream.
I'm not in touch with the common man.
No, but I would say the smaller containers the better, because our friends a lot of the time they lose them. And you can pick these up for very small money. So thank you, Aldi, if you've got the best, or certainly the most reasonable out there, and have some about you. So if you're going to work up and down the high street, and you see people, you know, be generous, give one a day if necessary, because you know what's that small packet compared with really, really damaging skin. And as I say, this week, or last week I should say, we've seen some really, really badly damaged faces where things have broken out and an infection set in. So arm yourself with sun cream. Wow, I'd never heard that. Expect to say
These
myself.
are really, really simple, practical things
Yeah.
that we chat about on these summer campaigns from time to time. Like your bottled water and sun cream and stuff like that. It's just really practical help that you can give people. Remember, we're open on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday for food, so people aren't going to go hungry on those days. There are other places open at other times during the week. So yeah, if you very practical help, sun cream, water, that kind of stuff will make a difference.
Massive difference.
Thank you very much,
It's all right.
Will.
Well, I was going to put some on myself now.
Yeah, I think we need to. Thank you very much for watching as ever. If you want to check out what we do during the week, that's Hob News, which goes up on Sundays at 4. A little bit more light-hearted than
Comedy
these.
Gold.
Comedy Gold. They go up on Sundays at 4, so you're more than welcome to get involved with that. If you have an idea about something or you want to get in touch with us, please do let us know if you want us to address something in these videos. We're more than happy to talk about that kind of stuff. Right, we shall stop talking. We shall let you get on with the rest of your Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.